See Destiny Productions presents Power to Win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter. Expect a powerful half-hour broadcast that allows you to engage from the business world to the spiritual world, to be inspired and to be informed. Remember, you have the power to win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter.
Good evening, and thank you for joining again with me tonight for another powerful session of Power to Win, the reality of recovery, part 4. Won't you take a moment and pray with me? O Lord our God, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. From the rising of the sun till the going down of the same, your name is worthy to be praised. And we thank you for this time of sharing. Bless the hearers, protect us and keep us is my prayer. Tonight, I want to share with you on 2 topics that encircle the true nature of a leader. In past sessions, we've discussed the attributes of winning. We talked about the importance of having alternative operating strategies. But tonight I want to focus on vision. In having a vision, you must develop a plan and you must align your goals with purpose. Once you do that, you can ask yourself the question, can vision be driven? Vision, what is vision? Simply stated, vision is the ability to see or perceive. But I'd like to extend that definition just a little bit to include it is the ability to see or perceive, but it also encapsulates a person's ability to also have distinctive worldview perception of what is real or what we've been talking about, reality. If you are a believer, visions are instructional directions from God. I want to say that one more time. If you are a believer, visions are instructional directions from God. When God is talking to us through vision, He wants us to place close attention to what He is saying. Dreams occur when we are asleep. But visions occur when we are awakened or alert. Our dreams and visions are connected to our subconscious mind. They allow us to tap into our intuitive thoughts, which allow us to understand the real truth, the reality of things. Now, we can elect to receive them or accept them or not, because God will never, ever force anyone to select His choice. It's our ability to say yes or no to His will. A clear mind allows you to hear from God. Generally, God does not communicate or speak with us when we have a lot of things going on, when our minds are preoccupied with the cares of this world, when you all are going from place to place, you don't have enough time to think about anything. God's not going to really manage or have time to dialogue with you. He's going to wait until it's quiet and calm, and He's able to reveal His truths to you. He's going to wait until the baby stops crying or your true love stops asking. He's going to wait until there's a moment of peace. Because as leaders, we cannot allow our minds to be so overloaded that we can't hear directions. One of the critical things you need to understand about a true leader, leaders always take time to think and reflect. Leaders take time to think, they calm themselves, they think and reflect. In so doing this allows us to create, it allows us to organize, it allows us to align, And it really allows us to focus. When you are so busy, you really lose sight of vision. Vision needs personal attention and private space in order to deliver the revelation. I want to say that one more time because it's so important. Vision needs personal attention and private space to deliver its revelation. When you take time to meditate, when you take time to pray, you gain wisdom and understanding. This quiet time allows God to reveal his plan for you. He's able to share with you what's best for you. I want to ask you a question. Tell me, what value is there in having tons of plans that have no relevancy to your life? I used to have a brother, his name was Reggie. We called him Nino's, or I said Nino's because that's the soul food restaurant, but the restaurant was named after Nino. And he would always come up with all of these plans. He'd go through and grab this person's plan or this person's strategy. And I used to ask him, I said, Reggie, what relevancy does that have to what you're trying to accomplish or what you're trying to do? And he said, I don't know, it just looked good. Everything that looks good is not good for you. So don't waste time living out someone else's dream or strategy that was not designed for you. Time is too valuable, and time cannot be reclaimed or redeemed. If I personally had learned that lesson early in my career, I could have avoided some of the pitfalls and experiences that I had. There are many times where people put in front of me a plan that really wasn't designed for me. But because I was too immature to understand where I was going, I tried to execute against something that was not for me. But as you mature and become a great leader, you will understand that everybody is not looking for you to be successful. But don't allow people's misinterpretation of you or their intentional misdirection of you to stop you from going to where you want to go. Don't allow even some of your failures to stop you from going to where you want to go, because some of your failures, some of your fatalities will be your greatest lesson. Learn how to patiently wait and readjust yourself and trust God for what he has promised to you. When you are clear and you're not blurred, you can comprehend the vision that God has for you. You have to align your plan with his purpose. Remember that God's purposes are delivered, and his plan for you is delivered to you for you to accomplish something. And when God gives you a promise, it has a 100% guarantee. His promises will happen because God only operates in purpose. And what he has purpose for you will come to pass. When I first started in business, there were things that I did not know that God knew. Well, to be honest with you, there are almost everything he knows that I don't know. But I have learned to trust him even when I cannot trace him. God will show you the right business model. You may create a model. You should take that model that you've created and you should sit down and look at it and pray about it and think about it and focus on it and concentrate and determine, is this the direction that I should be going? If you have business partners, he will give you and connect you with the right partners. Sometimes we connect up with the wrong people. And how do I know? Because there have been incidents where I've connected with the wrong person and it has delayed my blessing. My brother John, who is a great attorney, came to me one day and he says, I got a great idea and I've got someone that can execute on this idea with you. And I said, John, bring him on. Let's sit down and have a conversation with them. We were sitting at the table having a conversation about their goals and their desires. And in my spirit, in my innermost being, I did not connect with what the person was telling me. But because I trusted and valued the advice of my brother John, which 99.9% of the time he's right, I moved forward. But every day when I was trying to execute against this plan and do what she wanted us to do, I never could get comfortable with what we were doing. And we went forth, we did the plan, we did the business plan, we executed on the model, and it didn't work. Actually, if I had just believed in what I felt, I would have known day one it was not going to work. So when I tell you he will connect you with the right people, you need to understand that his connectivity may not be your connectivity. He will align you with the right plan and the right people. The parturition of birthing a vision comes through seeing what has been designed for you and then acting upon it. It's not difficult to act upon that which has properly been defined and revealed. I said defined and revealed. If you have patience and if you have passion, and I talked about the patience of Job last week, you need to go back in one of the previous series and listen to that. You have to have patience because promise comes through patience. You may ask, how do I get to that point? What should I do? Here are some very clear steps. After you've prayed about it, after you've thought about it, after you've focused and concentrated, and you know you have heard and been given a direction, write the vision, make it clear, outline the critical path, organize the right players, and then be relentless in achieving your goal. Your actions are the force that drive the vision. You have to be intentional and secure in who you are. You have to stay focused on the win and not allow temporary setbacks to take you off course. The impact of varying issues surrounds us at every angle. Indiscriminately, it changes our life. It changes our work environment. It changes our health and even our economy. So you must remain positive and fixated as you execute against the vision. So can vision be driven? I'm here to tell you tonight that vision absolutely can be driven if you understand, number one, who you are, number two, what you're supposed to be doing, and number three, how you should be executing against the objective. Don't allow yourself to be encapsulated with things that really don't matter or things that will not make you better. There are many times when you look at your business plan and you understand that, is this the time to readjust or is this the time to move forward? Readjustment is a difficult thing because you've spent so much time planning. You spend so much time organizing and trying to get it right. I was a volunteer in an organization, and we had spent several months planning and organizing for an event, an outdoor event. We had our alternative strategy in case it rained or we had inclement weather. We had planned for all of that stuff. The weather came, it was wonderful. It was beautiful. We were outside, we were organizing, we were planning, we were ready to go. And as we began to celebrate during that event, a tragedy happened. We were not prepared for the tragedy. And to be honest with you, it took everybody by surprise. But when you have the assurance that God has given you a vision and He's given you a plan, even if tragedy happens, there's purpose behind the tragedy and there's a way to come out of it. And that's how you have to look at every storm that comes to you. There's purpose behind it. And I'm coming out of this. And when I come out, I'm coming out with more power. I'm coming out stronger. And I'm coming out better. There's a scripture that says, don't be weary in well-doing. Sometimes we get down or depressed or we feel, to be honest with you, a little burdened because of struggle. Some of your struggles, some of your pain will birth some of the greatest opportunities you will ever have. So, whereas you may seem defeated and something may seem to be off kilter or something may seem to be not in place, stay focused. Don't lose sight on the vision. Don't lose sight on what you need in order to navigate, in order to make success happen. You may have to shift. You may have to readjust, but the vision shall unfold and it shall come. So can vision be driven? It absolutely can. We took that tragic incident and turned it into, what did they say? Turn a lemon into lemonade. We turned it into something good because not only were we able to give help, aid, and support at a devastating point in someone's life, we were able to save a life. Today, I'm telling you, if you just take the passion, the patience, the drive, the strength that you have, and tell yourself, I can do this. I will do this. Speak positive things to yourself. When you wake up in the morning, wake up saying to yourself, this is a new day. I'm going to get new revelation, and I'm going to execute against my plan. Thank you for joining with me tonight. I look forward to hearing from you. I want to thank all the women in Africa that have been texting me and all of the men that run orphanages there that have been sharing with me. I invite you to visit my website, valeriedanielscarter.com, and join with us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's a powerful session. The series is called Power to Win, the reality of recovery. Won't you have a closing prayer with me? Father, for all things we are thankful and we are grateful. Thank you for your goodness and your mercy toward us. Thank you for this time of sharing. Thank you for the ability to have vision, insight, and courage. Lead us, guide us, and give us direction. Teach us what to do and how to do. Show us the way, and we will follow. Help us to hear you when you speak to our subconscious. Give us the peace. Give us the subtlety that we need in order to grow. I thank you and I praise you for all things. This is my prayer. Amen. Thank you so much, and may you be blessed.
We're so glad you joined us tonight. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on YouTube and Instagram. We look forward to seeing you next week. Remember, you have the power to win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter.